Hello everyone. Today I want to read an excerpt out of my book, Spiritual Verses, A Beginner's Guide to Psychic Development. I'm going to talk about me. Currently, when I wrote this, I am 28 years old. I'm actually 31 now, at least in human years. I was born 3 months and 3 days premature on the 15th of May 1987 to two happily married souls in their late 20s, just like I am now. I entered the world by hand-face presentation, apparently waving my way in. Wow. That image just exemplifies to me that I'm here for a reason. Not only did I nearly break my neck, I am very lucky to only have very mild spastic diplegia, which is cerebral palsy, and also a highly intelligent brain. After my parents' divorce, around 4 years old, I lived with my dad and grew up seeing Mum every fortnight. My parents never fought in front of me, and I only remember civil relations between them. When I was about 7, my father got a new partner that yelled constantly and generated so much chaos over the next 5 years or so. I'm not going to discuss it here, except to say it wasn't fun, but the experience has definitely heightened my resilience, strength, and determination to be who I am today. By the age of 14, I was permanently living with my mother. I had the ability to study and practice the piano, which I loved. It was around that time I had one of my first premonitions. Looking back, it certainly makes sense now. Continuing along, by 18, I had left Mum's home and moved in by myself. After letting go of a boyfriend I had on and off for 7 years, I ended up pregnant to a man at 24 that I first met at 17. My daughter was born the following year, just before my 25th birthday, and she is perfect. This little baby changed my life in so many positive ways. After many years of study, I was questioning whether I was on the right path. I was about 6 months away from completing a PhD and had money saved, which I wanted to use to live and work overseas. This did not happen, but instead I found myself face slapped back to reality by this life inside of me. So she was born screaming and kicking with a cheeky face and knowing eyes that were alert from that very moment. She even poked her tongue out. I just had to check that reflex. My daughter is a very happy, sweet, caring and loving nearly 4-year-old, she's nearly 7 now, who amazes me every day. Eventually, I started reading self-development books to, I felt, determine what was missing or how to fix my self-esteem, self-confidence and self-belief. The path to spiritual enlightenment has been a slow and winding road for me, and it has been by no means straightforward. This journey evoked a lot of reflection and revealed the negative emotions during childhood, such as regret, sadness, humiliation, loneliness, jealousy, and anger. This led me to further reflect and perceive my childhood for what it was without judgment, and to forgive all the negative images and reframe the aspects that dented my adult self. The negative effect on my life from those childhood memories needed continue. Conversely, positive images and emotions offset these negative reflections as I explored my inner child from an adult perspective. Positive emotions included love, happiness, excitement, exhilaration, sense of freedom, contentment, and belonging. The ability to begin evaluating aspects of my childhood that I felt held me back from completely expressing who I was as an adult slowly revealed to me aspects of myself that I had misplaced, such as my desire to use my creative skills through personality tests and career tests, which is extremely high compared with other skill sets, such as technical or scientific. Certainly throughout my early adulthood, these creative skills were buried by the more logical and analytical day-to-day processes that utilize problem solving and technical skills most often. To offset this, creative pursuits were a hobby at this time. Slowly but surely, reading through the self-development books and practicing guided relaxation meditations, things started to click. And in experiencing a spiritual awakening, I strengthened my natural gifts, which are very strong psychic intuition, the ability to foresee future events, empathy, sharing and understanding another's feelings, clairaudience, which means clear hearing, clairsentience, which means clear sensing, claircognizance, which means clear knowing, and clairvoyance, which means clear seeing, with a touch of mediumship ability, communication with past over loved ones, spirit guides and angels. I am looking forward to continuing my spiritual journey. I'm a spiritual coach and psychic medium. I help many people in their life's journeys to change their life through using my spiritual gifts and life coaching techniques. I'm also a healer. But you can see there, that is a little bit about my journey, and I hope that you can relate to it in some way. Have a wonderful day. See you.